Okay, quick findings of Hive in the first 2 weeks. I've looked at this quite intensively. My laptop is running at 1920 by 1080, so full HD. So here's a few annoyances, I guess. Here's one very quick annoyance. You've got the choice of using these different views. So I like the table view for lots of reasons. It's quick to add and assign details to tasks rather than these kind of overviews, which are kind of more visual, I guess, rather than structural. So yeah, quick issue here. If I update a task, you'll see this column jump about. So I think it makes more sense for projects to be there. But when you update the task, the column jumps. So that's one obvious bug which needs to be fixed, really. There are other issues as well, like it's not so easy to create profiles or workspaces, as some others call it, like Monday.com calls them workspaces. Hive have got a problem with it gets a bit messy. You have to create a project, call it something like profile. Okay, so call it something like profile dot and whatever your project's going to be, and then within that you need to put other projects within that. And the problem with doing so is that all of these items show up within your main profile, and it can get very messy very quickly. These are just blanks that I've added into terms of templates. On the note of templates, there's another issue here. If you spend time sorting out all the columns, as I have, some things I don't need to see. For example, I don't want to see assignees. I don't need to see due time specifically. Just date would suffice. And I don't want to see agile or story points. I do want to see the others that are ticked. I'll leave an estimate in there as well in terms of time, total time tracked. I want to see that as well. So I don't really care if it's created by me. Don't really care if it's completed by me. Not obviously the case if you're in a team. But here's the thing. So I've set up all of these as an example. You can spend all the time in the world sorting out the columns. I've already shown you that these columns jump around, which is a bit of an oversight, to say the least. So you can spend the time sorting all of these, and what happens is once you've recorded all of these and sorted them, you can record them as a preset, okay, which I'll show you in a second. But there's a problem with that preset. Let's give this a name for the preset. So I've created one, right? That's within this SPH projects view that I've told you about. So if I create this preset, and I'll call it test preset. Alright, and I'll call it SPH for Small Business Helper, for example. So I know that that's the name of my preset, and it shows because I'm within this window. If I jump to some other window, like my personal profile, and the columns are still going to be the same for me, i.e. I'm working by myself and so on. If I go to presets, it's not there. Even if I go back to my profile, Small Business Helper profile, and even if I choose a different project, go to presets, it's not there either. So the presets live only inside of the actual project that you've created the presets for. Obviously, it would be more helpful if you could have your presets, your view that you like, show up in no matter what project that you're in or what profile you're in. It doesn't matter. Your presets should be able to show, or you should at least have control as to whether they show or not. So there's no presets available for other views, which is a royal pain in the butt, frankly. And if I put this project there and I update one of them, let's say that's high, and it jumps around. So that is a royal pain in the ass with Hive, to be blunt. There are other things with Hive which are a bit of a pain. It can get quite messy if you go into one of your to-dos and you add sub actions and you add labels. There's a lot of stuff that you have to add repeatedly, and you can't bulk add. You can't just like highlight all of this and update all of them to have, I don't know, like an assignee or something. So there's no bulk updating, which can be a royal pain. There are some kind of things, like you can copy that draft product and paste it to there, which is handy. But it's a pity that, I mean, if I click undo, can you find blah, 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 blah actions? No, can't undo it. So No undo button as far as I can see there. So there's a few issues with Hive really, which is why I'm now looking at Monday.com.